Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to draw Bold and Brash from SpongeBob. I started off with a light yellow and white mixture, and I just went over the whole canvas in this. This is going to be your lighter textures on the canvas. Be sure to do even coating and go over with multiple layers, as this will be your base coat. Next I went through and added in just a little bit more white to the paint to add in some extra highlights, and then I blended it back into the darker bright yellow. Next, I took some orange and some orange yellow, mixed them together, and I applied that through the canvas as my darker tone, and I slowly blended it into the mid tone and then my brightest tone, going back and forth between my small and big paintbrush to try and nicely blend it into the brighter colors. Next, I took a piece of paper and roughly sketched a little box, and that box would be where I drew the Squidward. Roughed in a circle, added in the long nose. Then from there, it was easier to do. I just mostly used a bunch of little circles. If you need to slow down the video at any point, feel free to do so. I went back through and chose the best lines and just darkened them up, and those will be the lines that I cut off. After cutting it out, tape down your stencil that you made and just lightly trace against the yellow paper. I like using stencils better, especially with darker paint. That way the lead from the pencil doesn't ruin the paint, and then when you try to erase it, it doesn't remove any of the paint. So with brighter colors, I prefer using stencils, so that way I could just trace the stencil. I'm starting with a turquoise, and I will be mixing a little bit of water and just a little bit of white with it because mine's getting a little old. But you might be just fine to just use the straight turquoise. Next, I mixed in a little bit of bright green and a little bit of white to get that contrast between the two shades. And I just went through and added in all the darker parts of the figure. Then I took that brighter tone and I mixed in the colors just to give a more brushed look. And then I mixed a little bit more white in with my main green color and added in some faint highlights. Next, take your purple and mix a little bit of white with it for the pads on the hand and the feet. And then I took the darkest green I had and outlined the whole figure with it. Leave the left hand and foot and right foot alone. The rest of it you can outline. Then I roughly drawed in the eye, and then I went through with kind of copper looking brown, and I mixed quite a lot of white with it, and then this will be my base tone for the eye. After putting on that kind of brown white color as the base color, I went in and added some more brown to make it darker and added in some dark spots to the eye, and then I went back in with white and just very gently dry brushed on some white paint. Just went through and added in some spots on the hand and feet. After you add on these suction cups, now you can take your darkest green again and outline the hand and feet around the suction cups, just to give a little bit of shape to them. Next, I took a brown and a little bit of red and added in the pupil, and now you're done with your drawing.